Welcome back, everyone, to episode 5 of the O2 Property Podcast by Belle Property Canberra.
Hi there, great to be back. Today, we're heading, virtually at least, to the Snowy Mountains.
That's right. We're looking at the holiday property scene, Jindabyne, Thredbo, all those spots. Specifically, the short-stay rental market.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot happening there. So the big question we're asking ourselves, and you, is now a good time to invest in the Snowies rental market?
Let's start with the basics, the rental figures. What are they telling us?
Well, they're certainly showing some real movement. For houses, the median weekly rent is up 12% year on year.
12%. Wow. What does that bring it to?
It's sitting at $585 a week now. And units aren't far behind. They've jumped 12.5% up to $450 median.
Okay, those are pretty strong increases. For potential investors, that definitely signals high demand, doesn't it?
It really does. You have to think, what's driving it? Is it the lifestyle shift, tourism, or maybe a bit of both?
Probably a mix. And speaking of tourism, what about the short stay side? Platforms like Airbnb.
Yeah, interesting stuff there too. Our research suggests there are around maybe 1,488 active Airbnb listings across the region.
That's quite a few options for visitors.
It is, and the returns look potentially quite healthy. The average nightly rate seems to be about AU $456.
$456 a night, average. And what does that translate to annually for a host?
The median figure we're seeing is around AU $75,000 per year. Obviously, you'd expect the ski season, June to August, to be the powerhouse behind that.
Right, the winter peak. Makes sense. But what about the rest of the year? How often are these places actually booked? Occupancy rates.
The average seems to be about 47% occupancy, so maybe 172 nights booked per year on average.
47%. So that really underlines how important that ski season is. But it also means, nearly half the year might be vacant on average.
Exactly. That's a key thing for investors to weigh up managing that seasonality.
Yeah, definitely. But it feels like the Snowies are working hard to be more than just a winter spot now.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge trend. We're seeing massive growth globally in mountain tourism, but locally, the push for year-round appeal is really noticeable.
Like what kind of things?
Well, mountain biking is huge now. Summer, boating on the lake, hiking. There's just so much more drawing people outside of winter.
So that shift could be really significant for investors looking for maybe more consistent income, not just relying on those few snowy months.
Precisely. It potentially smooths out the income curve, which is always attractive.
Okay, so demand seems strong, both for long-term rentals and short stays, with year-round potential growing. What about the actual property prices? What do you need to buy in?
House prices have also climbed. They're up about 5.4% over the year, hitting an average of around $630,000.
So still is a significant investment needed, but with demand high, are certain types of properties doing better than others?
It seems like quality really counts. There's strong demand for premium properties, things that are really well managed and presented. People seem willing to pay for that better experience.
Yeah, you want it easy when you're on holiday, right? Hassle-free.
Totally. But there are challenges too. One thing that comes up is staffing.
Finding staff for the tourism businesses.
Right.
And accommodation for them.
Exactly. That shortage of staff accommodation can be a real pinch point for the area, potentially impacting services.
That's an interesting angle. Does it create any sort of overlook opportunities for investors, maybe?
Well, possibly. While premium is strong, there might be a gap, perhaps, in the mid-tier or even budget-friendly end. Think hostels, maybe co-living spaces.
Right, catering to those who want the year-round activities but maybe don't need the absolute luxury chalet.
Yeah, exactly. It suggests there could be potential across different segments of the market, not just the very top end.
Okay, lots to consider. Now, someone who knows this market inside out is Dani Kell, the principal at Belle Property Snowy Mountains. She lives and breathes Jindabyne and Thredbo.
Absolutely. Decades of experience there, known for being really honest and spotting trends. Dani's not just passionate about the Snowies, she's been named Agent of the Year for Jindabyne 2 years running. So when she speaks, you know it's coming from experience.
There you go. This is what we do here. Get our listeners the best in the business to serve it to you as it is. We had our first snow of the year in the Snowy Mountains a few days ago, and it's great to have you here, Dani. My first question to you is, from reports we see, rents and visitor demand in the Snowies are clearly rising. Is this the case on the ground?
It's great to be here and thank you for having me. Over the past year, we have seen rents stabilize as a result of an increased number of new builds entering the market, which has helped balance supply and demand more effectively. Vacancy rental times have lengthened slightly, but it's reassuring to see that the overall fill rate remains very high, indicating strong underlying demand. In the staff rental market, particularly in preparation for the winter season, conditions are quite positive. That said, many properties have entered the market later than usual this year, which has been a noticeable shift. What's particularly interesting is that even just a week out from the official start of the winter season, there is solid demand coming through. This suggests that there is confidence in the market and a continued need for well-located and appropriately priced rentals, even on short notice.
It's great to hear the reports are reflecting the reality on the ground.
And what I would like to know, Dani, is what kind of properties are standing out right now? And what are buyers you are speaking to drawn to?
Buyers are increasingly focused on well-priced properties that offer genuine value for money. We're seeing a clear trend, particularly among investors, toward high-yielding opportunities to balance the more secure returns of the city market. In the current environment, they're balancing the higher perceived risk with the potential for stronger returns. At the same time, lifestyle buyers continue to be active. Tree changers are still chasing that mountain dream, looking for acreages with scenic views of the surrounding ranges. Meanwhile, lifestyle investors are showing a preference for low-maintenance properties that can offer both enjoyment and investment potential without requiring intensive upkeep. It's a diverse market, but overall, value, yield, and lifestyle remain strong drivers in buyer decision-making.
Those are some great insights into buyer preferences. And thinking about the practicalities, I wanted to ask, we're seeing a lot of interest in Airbnb-style investments, but managing a holiday rental isn't always easy. What advice do you have for those looking to invest in a short-stay property here?
Good question. Because it's not just set and forget, is it?
Not at all. And you know, Dani's team also runs Belle Escapes down there, their holiday rental arm. This is actually the first time we've sort of touched on Belle Escapes in our discussions.
Oh, right. Good point.
So I also wanted to ask her, Dani, we know the Snowy Mountains aren't just a great place to live, they're also one of Australia's favorite year-round getaways. For those looking to experience it firsthand, what kinds of holiday stays are people gravitating towards? And how does Belle Escapes, your holiday business, help connect visitors to the best of the region?
Great questions, Ellie, and I'll tackle them one after the other. Properties that perform best in this market are those designed for year-round appeal, with particular focus on winter tourism. Features like drying rooms, ski storage, and fireplaces are increasingly important to attract the snow market and enhance the guest experience during the colder months. Styling has a crucial role. Strong, well-curated online presentation is essential to stand out and convert interest into bookings. Properties with standout views naturally have an edge, adding to their desirability across all seasons. Just as important is having a hands-on property management team like Belle Escape, who understand the local market and can deliver a seamless experience for both owners and guests. To answer your second question, the region offers an incredible diverse range of getaway experiences, from mountain biking, fishing, hiking, to water sports, and of course, snow sports during the winter season. We are also seeing a strong interest in fitness-focused events like the Cozy Ultra Marathon, as well as cultural experiences such as the Lake Light Sculpture event, which continues to grow in popularity. Our team works proactively to connect visitors with these experiences through direct marketing and social media, ensuring they're aware of what's happening and when. We'll also take a personalized approach by reaching out to past guests, helping them plan their next day and tailoring suggestions based on their interests. It's all about creating a memorable, well-rounded experience that brings people back year after year.
Yeah, understanding what guests want is crucial, and how a service like Belle Escapes fits in. It seems managing that guest experience is key.
Definitely. So pulling this together, what are the main takeaways for someone listening?
Well, first, I think the investment potential looks strong. The numbers are pointing up.
Yeah.
But success really seems to hinge on smart management and really high-quality presentation.
Agreed. And second, that growth of year-round tourism is a really big factor. It's creating potentially more stable, consistent income opportunities beyond just winter.
Yeah, it broadens the appeal. And I guess thirdly, there are opportunities, whether you're purely an investor or maybe looking for more of a lifestyle buy, especially with services available like Belle Escapes to potentially help manage things.
Makes sense. It's about finding the right property and the right support.
So perhaps a final thought for you to consider. In a unique year-round spot like the Snowy Mountains, what does that phrase, high-quality presentation, really mean?
Good question. It's probably more than just nice furniture, right? It's the whole experience.
Exactly. Thinking about that and understanding what truly makes a stay special there could be the key to standing out.
Definitely something to ponder. A fascinating market to watch. Dani, thanks so much for joining us and sharing your insights. It's been invaluable having your perspective on what's driving holiday investment in the region.
This was fun. Thank you for having me.
And for the listeners, if you found this episode helpful, don't forget to follow our show, share it with someone thinking about making a move, and check out our earlier episodes. This is the O2 Property Podcast. I'm Matt Taylor.
And I am Ellie Hart, and we'll see you next week.